what we just did earlier on for using the triangles, we were able to capture values less than what now? 90 degrees. Because you cannot have, for a right angle triangle, you cannot have any angle greater than what? 90 degrees. So if we're talking about the sine of an angle, using that value, we cannot have an angle, if it's theta, right? Theta cannot be greater than what? Than 90. Do you understand? Theta cannot be greater than 90. So if we have values greater than 90, how do we find them? How do we get values greater? Trigonometric ratios for values greater than what now? 90. We use what? The quadrants. You get what I'm saying? We use what? The quadrants. That's, we divide the plane into what? 4 parts, right? Are you with me? Let me take this off, right? Divide the cycle, the plane into what? 4 parts. And we know by now that what? Okay, I've already written this part. Let me just explain from here. I'll take this as my reference point. That's 0 degree, right? And then I ascend what now? In the anticlockwise what? Direction. Are you with me? In the anticlockwise what? Direction. So let me say I'm going to do between what? 0 and what? 90. From here to here is 90 degrees, right? And here is what now? 180. If I take it to this point is what? 270. And now it's showing me. From 0 to this point is what? 90. So the first quadrant is 90. To the second quadrant is what? 180. To the third quadrant is what now? 270. 270 and to the what? Now fourth quadrant back here is what? 360. Do you understand? So let me say now I have ascended by this angle. Okay. I have risen by this angle, right? And let me drop this down from this point. Okay, this one is also 360. And let this now be my what? My theta. That will be the first quadrant. Are you with me? Take note that what? We already know that the horizontal line stands to represent the x-axis, right? Yeah. And the vertical line represents what? The y-axis. On this side, x is what? Positive. On this side, x is what? Negative. Down here, y is what? Negative. Up here, y is what? Positive. So every time we are above the line, y is positive. Every time we are below the line, y is what now? Negative. Anytime we are to the right of the line, x is what? Positive. Anytime we are left to the left of the line, x is negative. Is that okay? Yes. So in this case here now, I have what? This is my y value, which is positive. And here is what now? My x value, which is also what? Positive, because to the right. Do you understand? Yes. And let me call this here now. Let me call it my z value. Z is always positive because I have a right angled what? Triangle. How do I know that? If it's a right angle triangle and all the 3 sides are involved, from Pythagoras theorem, we know that what? Z squared will be equal to what? X squared. Sorry. This square will be equal to x squared plus what? Y squared. So even if y is positive, it is negative, right? Negative square will still give us what now? Positive. I get what I'm trying to say. If you square a negative value, you get what now? Positive. So if x is negative, we square it becomes what? Positive. If y is negative, we square it becomes what now? Positive. So no matter what we are doing, z is always what now? Do you get what I'm saying? Z is always what now? Good. But y is positive up and negative what? Down. X is positive to the right and negative to the what now? Left. But z is always what now? Positive. Very well. So we've sorted that out. On the first quadrant, x is what? Positive, y is what? Positive, and z is what? Positive. I've established that, right? And the value is less than what? 90 degrees. So if I go to the next page, and then I want to do for the first quadrant now. You say what? If I'm doing for the first quadrant, the next please. This is what? Y. This is what? X. And this is what? Z. Always what? Positive, right? Between 0 and what? 90 degrees. The first thing I want to establish is what will be my acute angle value. My acute angle value is equal to what? Theta. Because theta is always less than what? 90. So it's already an acute what now? Angle. In the first quadrant, it's already what now? An acute angle. The next I want to establish is whether sine is positive, cosine is positive, or what now? I want to check their sign. Alright? Now look at this. I have sine Sine theta is going to be what? Opposite over what? Hypotenuse. That will be what? Plus y over what? Plus z. Right? What about cos? Cos theta is what? Adjacent over what? Hypotenuse. That's plus what? Plus x over what? Plus z. Then what about tan? Tan theta is what now? Opposite over what? Adjacent. That's plus y over what? Plus x. Positive, positive will give me what now? Positive. This one will be what? Positive. This one will be what now? Positive. So all three are positive on the what now? First quadrant. Yes. No. So sine is what? Positive. Sine is positive, cosine is positive, and what now? Tan is positive. All are positive in the first quadrant. Are you with me? And we know that what now? Alpha is equal to what? Theta. Note that alpha represents what? The acute angle value. Do you understand? Alpha is what now? Acute angle value. I'm running too fast. Alpha is acute angle. Now, having established this, I think going back will be easier for us. What if we go to the second what? We go to the second quadrant. That means we travel all the way to what now? The second quadrant. What I'm going to have is on this side, right?
Yes.
So what has happened? This guy has traveled to this point. This is now my what? My theta value. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
My acute angle value will always be what? Inside what? Inside the space. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
In this case, my acute angle is equal to what now? Theta. Do you understand? Because theta is an acute angle here. In this case, how far have I traveled? I've traveled from what? First quadrant to what now? Second quadrant. That means I must have passed what? 90. Am I correct?
Yes.
So this theta now is greater than what? 90, but less than what? 360. Like 180, thank you. It's greater than 90, but less than what now? 180. I will know this angle on what? A straight line. So in this case, now I'm having that what? Theta plus what? Plus alpha is equal to what? 180. So what will alpha be? Alpha becomes what now? 180 minus what? Theta. So the value of the acute angle for the second quadrant is 180 minus what now? Theta. Because theta plus the acute angle gave us what now? 180. Are you with me? So I found that for this. Now let's take note of what? Of the y is still positive because it's up, right? But x is now what?
Negative.
It's to the what? Left. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
X is negative, z is always what?
Positive.
Are you with me?
Yes.
We're here now, right?
Yes.
This guy is positive, this one is what? Negative. And this one is what now? Always positive, right? It's 90, there's 0, here's what? 180. So how do I find this? Sine, this is now my alpha, right? Theta was somewhere here, right? Now what will I be the sign for this one now?
It will be
Sine is what? Opposite over what? Hypotenuse. Hello? Oblique.
Opposite
Opposite over what?
hypotenuse.
Plus y over what?
Plus y
Plus
plus
z.
z.
Positive, positive, give me what now? Positive, right?
Yes.
What about cos? Cos is what? Adjacent over what? Hypotenuse. That will be negative x over what? Positive z, right?
Yeah.
Negative positive will give me what?
Negative.
So this one is negative. Then what about the last one? I have what now?
Opposite or adjacent.
What's opposite now? Opposite is what?
Plus
Positive y over what? Negative
over
x.
x.
Positive, negative give me what now?
Negative.
So in the second quadrant, the only one that is positive is what? Sine. Only sine is what? Is positive in the second quadrant. Are you with me? And that one is the value of what? Of the acute angle. Acute angle is equal to what? 180 minus what? Theta. Are you with me? Are we together? Now let's go back to the what? So the third quadrant. For the third quadrant, this guy theta has traveled all the way to this side, right? So I have sorry. It's traveled to this plane, meaning that I have passed this 180 and now between what? 180 and what? This is my theta, right? And then what now? What is here now is what? My alpha. Alpha is always what? Inside the triangle. Do you understand what I'm saying? X is still what? Negative. Right?
Yes.
Y is also what now?
Negative.
Because Y is down now, right?
Yeah.
Z is always what? Positive. Are we together? Now look at this. You realize that theta is what? Look at the value of theta. Theta started from here, past 180 up to what now? This point, right?
Yes.
So if you check now, you realize that theta is giving us what? 180 plus what? Plus alpha. Right? See now, this is 180. Theta passed 180 and included what now? Alpha. Are you with me? Theta has passed 180, right? Plus what? Alpha. Are you getting that? From here to here is what? 180. To complete theta, I added what now? Alpha to 180. Is that right? So if I reorganize this, alpha is now going to be called what? Theta minus what? 180. So in the third quadrant, the value of the acute angle is what? Theta minus what? 180. Are you with me? Then I want to find all the other values. Let's go back. Here now is what now? Negative y. This is what? Negative x. Are you with me? Negative y, negative what? X. And this is positive what? Z, right? Sine will always be what? Yes, alpha now, right? Opposite over what? Hypotenuse. Are you with me? So I'm going to have what now? So I have what now? Cos. So be what? Adjacent over what? Hypotenuse. That will be negative x over what? Positive z. I'll now have tan to be what? Opposite over what? Adjacent. Negative y over what? Negative x. Negative positive will give me what? Negative. Negative positive will give me what? Negative. Negative negative will give me what?
Positive.
So on the third quadrant, only tan is what? Only tan is what? Positive. And the acute angle value is equal to what? 180 minus what?
Theta.
Minus theta. Are you with me? Finally, if we follow the same thing we just did now. Sorry. If we now have to project into the third what now? Quadrant. I'll have this traveling all the way to the what? Third quadrant. Are you with me? Are you getting it? This guy is what? Theta, am I right? And this one is what? Alpha. How do I get alpha? Now, x is positive, y is what? Negative. Z is always what now? Positive. How do I get alpha? Alpha plus theta is equal to 360 degrees. Are you seeing that? It's a complete what now? Circle. I'm going to point. So I'm going to have here now that what? Alpha is going to be 360 minus what? Theta. So if you take 360 from what? Theta from 360, you get what now? Alpha. Are you getting that? Stop. Finally, I have this on the third quadrant. And here's what? Negative y. This is what? Positive x plus this is positive z, right? Sine is what? Sine is what? Opposite over what? Hello? Opposite over what? Hypotenuse. I have negative y over what? Positive z. Cos is what? Adjacent over what? Hypotenuse. That's going what? Positive x over what? Positive z. Then what now? Tan.
Opposite over adjacent.
Opposite over what now? Adjacent. That'll be what? negative y,
Negative y
over what? Positive x. So the sign said by combining them. What would I get eventually? Negative, positive, give me what now? Negative.
Negative.
Positive, positive, give me what?
Positive.
Positive. Negative, positive, give me what?
Negative.
Negative. So in this case now, the only one that will be positive is going to be what now? Cos. So in the third quadrant, cos is positive and what? And the value of alpha, the acute angle value is 360 minus what? Theta. Now I want to be sure that all this time and effort I just put together, stop the noise please, was not wasted. So you're going to tell me everything by yourself. Yes.
Excuse me.
Just 3 minutes. Say it, I know. So what do I have on the first quadrant? All of them are what? Positive. Right?
Yes.
This one only sign
Yes.
is positive. This one what now? Only what? Sign is positive.
And only five.
And this one only what now? Cosine is positive.
Let's start this.
So look at this. At this point now, what is the acute angle value? Alpha is equal to theta here, right? And here alpha is equal to what? 180 minus what? Theta. This place here, alpha is equal to what? Theta minus what? 180. And this point here now what now? Alpha is equal to what now? 360 minus theta. So, having established this, we can do some other work after now. But this actually we have to go over it again. When you're watching the videos, go over and over till you get it. Is that right? But this is all we are trying to establish. Thank you very much.